Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. And I hope you are well wherever and whenever you are. My name is Beth. I have a website called practicalmagicalhome.com, and you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Practical Magical Home. My goal is to empower people to find their own tools to enhance their spiritual practice, their own personal ritual, whether it's daily or weekly or every full moon, totally up to you. But my job here is to share with you some of the things that might help you along your way. So today I wanted to answer a question that I get a lot, because as you sort of move into this new part of your life, if you are just starting your spiritual endeavors, you find a lot of things that resonate and some things that don't resonate. And sage, white sage, Palo Santo, all of these herbs and all of these cleansing modalities, they have a lot of questions to go with them. So today, I am just going to demonstrate how I use sage, and hopefully that'll make a little bit of sense to you. There are a lot of cultures that use sage and things like it to cleanse a space, to cleanse their own aura, to cleanse their energy. I use it in that way, but I also use it as just a way to drop me into a more meditative state. So if I am meditating, I will sit down and I will light a votive. I've seen a lot of footage online of people, come on, light, of people trying to light sage in Palo Santo and doing it with a lighter. Now this is fine if that's all you have. If you have the ability to have some matches and a votive, it's less plastic waste. So try and go for that. So what I do is I use a lit votive, and here is my sage. Now, this sage I use quite often. I would say I use it almost daily. So you get a lot of gunk on the end of it, and all you have to do is scrape it off with a knife. I have a very special little knife that I use that I got at an op shop. It's beautiful. So you just scrape it, and you get all the ashes into a container. And what I use is an old sugar bowl that looks like a little cauldron. I love it. Now, I use this to collect the ash. I use it to walk around with because it has a handle. I also use it to burn other things in, like a normal cauldron. If you find something like this at an op shop, awesome. If not, I do have some cast iron mini cauldrons about the same size that'll be available on the website soon. So your tools is votive, matches, sage, something to hold it in. All I do when I am ready to go is I just hold it just above the flame and turning it slowly. And you can start to see some of the embers on the end catching. Now, some people will go all the way down and set the sucker on fire. It's totally up to you. The point is not to burn your house down. The point is to get this beautiful smoke that comes off of it. However that looks like. Now, something to be careful with as you do get into a very used piece of sage is the ashes. The ashes can come off and pop off and be very hot. Just be very, very cautious with it. So now that's going pretty well. So you can see the smoke that comes off of it and the embers, and just be really careful because it's very hot. So what I do is I will hold it above something to collect the ash so it doesn't burn the carpet. And you can bring this around your house and you can waft it into corners, and you can use it as a cleansing tool for a room if you're doing any sort of physical cleaning. You can do it for your own aura. So I just tend to do this and sort of get it in my space, get out all the gunks, like at the end of the day, it's really nice to do if you work with people. Disconnect from those people, get the smoke sort of in your energetic bubble. Some people use fans, some people use feathers. I use everything. I have fans from my great aunt that I like fan things around. I do make feather fans as well. So that is the basic idea. Now it'll go for a little while, and what you want to do is just sort of let it burn out. If you want it to keep going, you relight it, and that's about it. So it just depends on the specific smell that you want. And now I will show you also, it's my little nub of Palo Santo. This I actually do use for cleansing, because for me, it is much more of like a clean, minty, fresh smell for me. Like it's got a bit of a minty, vanilla, eucalyptus-y scent to it. And it's a bit different. So I guess it depends on what you want. See, that will go. Gotta be really careful with this stuff. And yeah, same idea. Walk around with it with something to catch the ash. Don't burn yourself, don't burn your house down. And this is just one of those things that, you know, if you're meditating, just to get that smoke in your aura, in your area, whatever works. Now I do have Palo Santo and sage available on the website if you guys are keen to check it out. If you do have any other questions, let me know. And if you do want to research further into the traditional uses of this, there's so much information on the web that I just feel like I'm regurgitating all of it. If there's a certain aspect of it that you're curious about, definitely research it. White sage is very popular with Native American tribes. Back in the States, I know when I was back there last time, they were doing this beautiful smudging ceremony for a piece of land. I mean, how beautiful is that? So there are so many different things that you can use sage and Palo Santo for. So definitely be careful with it, but enjoy it, because it is a beautiful way to add some magic to your space and some practical ways to reconnect with yourself and disconnect with the outside world. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, definitely pop some comments on and message me, and we'll be in touch soon. If you have any questions, you can find me at my website, which is practicalmagicalhome.com, and on Instagram and Facebook as well. So I will see you guys soon. Have a good week. Enjoy and be well. See you soon.